Okay, it is finally September. I don't know, we're in a little bit of a transitional period when it comes to movies coming out. A lot of stuff is releasing in September, and not a lot of, maybe a lot of stuff came out in August, but not a lot of quality movies came out in August. Um, so there was that. August was a little bit of a slow month, a little bit of a dry time for really good movies. Now, I am going to be doing a little bit of a roundup review for my next video. I'm going to be reviewing Funny Pages, the new BJ Novak movie, Vengeance. I think Honk for Jesus, or whatever the hell that one, the Jordan Peele produced movie. Tomorrow is National Cinema Day, and tickets are $3 for everything that like AMC and Regal are showing. So I'm definitely gonna go. I'm either gonna see Nope again or see Honk for Jesus, whatever happens. But I'm also gonna do Elvis because what is that? That comes to HBO Max tomorrow, and then the Minions movie. So we're gonna do. This is a little bit of a long-winded thing. I don't have a lot to say about the invitation, so hold on for a second. I'm gonna be reviewing Funny Pages. BJ Novak's movie Vengeance, Elvis, the Minions movie, and Honk for Jesus. So those are the five for right now. That could change depending on what comes to streaming or what I go and see. So we will reconvene with that once I get to it. Anyway, let's talk about The Invitation, directed by Jessica M. Thompson, who I think she is a first-time director. I could be wrong. Everything that I found on her letterbox, pointed to her being a first-time director. And I was intrigued by this movie. The trailer seemed like it gave away every plot point of the movie, and it did. Like, the biggest twist in the movie is that, the British family are actually vampires. And they give that away in the trailer, which, I don't know, really, like, come on, man. I heard a lot of people on Letterboxd describing this as the British Get Out, which I can kind of see. It is a very derivative movie of, like, bait and switch horror. It's very, very derivative. That is my biggest critique of this movie. It is not very original. It takes a lot of plot points and elements from other movies and kind of borrows them in ways that necessarily, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it isn't done right here, if that makes any sense. But with The Invitation, I like this movie a lot more than other people did. I actually really didn't mind it at all. I thought it to be a really, really entertaining and overall fun time for a horror movie. It's nothing special. I have to drive that point home. This movie is not phenomenal. It's not going to make my best of the year list, not even close. But it was a pretty decent horror movie. I really didn't hate this thing. And actually, up until the ending, I was really loving it. So, or not loving it, but I was really, really, really into it. So, I don't know. This movie, the lead performance, she was phenomenal. I forget her name, but she was really, really great in this movie. I really enjoyed her performance. I thought she was believable. I thought she was likable. Maybe, again, not the most amazing performance in the world, but it was solid. It was good for what this movie needed. All of the British actors did fine. There were some moments of hammy acting and some moments of some ridiculousness, but it was pretty solidly acted all around. It was finely written for this kind of horror movie. You're not looking for Aaron Sorkin or Diablo Cody level writing in these kinds of movies. But with The Invitation, it was better than it needed to be. That's the best way I can describe this movie. It was better than it needed to be. The direction was really well done. I'm excited for what Jessica M. Thompson can do with a better script and with a better setup, and just not like a B movie horror like this one very much is. I can't wait for her to be involved with other projects because the direction was very, very well done in this movie. The cinematography was also well done. I just really liked how they created an atmosphere at the manor. I think that was easily the best part of this movie, was the spookiness of the manor. I'm a big sucker for that kind of thing, when they go out of their way to set up the overall eeriness of a setting that is one of my favorite things in movies in general. I don't know. I personally love that kind of thing, and they do a lot of it in this movie, and I very much appreciated it. And that's all I really have to say. Besides the ending was really anticlimactic and bland. It really just kind of the big conclusion, and then bam, it just ends with kind of like an after credits scene. If I'm being honest, it obviously doesn't come after the credits, but it feels like an after credits scene. And I don't know, it was just kind of stupid. Even Cam, who liked this movie more than I did when we watched it together, she even said, "Wow, I was really loving that up until the ending." And I agree that the ending to this movie wasn't phenomenal. We're back. I had to cut there for a second, and I have new pants on. Anyway, so yeah, the ending of this movie really didn't land for me. It didn't provide the satisfying conclusion that should have come with this kind of movie. Like, it really wasn't hard to make an ending that would have been phenomenal. They had one going for it, but they chose to really end things off in the cheesiest way possible. So I'm going to give The Invitation a light B-. It was a fine horror movie. I liked it for what it was, nothing more and nothing less. It was pretty fine. And people are really hating on this thing, and I don't understand it. It's really not that bad. Yeah, it's not great. I understand if you don't like it or if you think it's just kind of mediocre. That's understandable. But I don't know. I'm really questioning the people that hate this thing. Just why? Why this movie in particular is so awful? Anyway, so that's my review of my quick review of The Invitation. I will see you guys in a little bit with that Roundup review.